everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a directional set. So I'm going to start off by showing you a few techniques, and then I'll take you to a bird's eye view so you can see it from the top. So what I'm going to start off by doing is I've prepped my client's hair with products. So I've used a mousse and a heat spray, so when she gets dried it's all protected. So what I'm going to start off by doing is taking a little bit from each side of the parting, working all the way back to the nape, from the front of the head to the nape. Then I'm going to be doing some sections at the back and a section each side. So this will create a directional set, so it'll give me lots of volume and lots of bounce, which is what me and my client are aiming for today. So if I start and then show you guys through. So we're going to just say that her parting's in the middle. So I'm going to take a little bit from each side of her parting. It's really important to make sure that your sections are really, really tight and clean here. Because you don't want to get tangled with all of your rollers. Okay, so what you want is you want your section to be the width of your roller, no larger, because then it will come over the side of your roller and it will just all fall out. So I'm going to start with this. So this is my first section here. So I'm going to be working backwards from the hairline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first section here. So I'm putting my pintail through. My section is that thick. And then I'm going to comb from the roots quite a few times just to make sure that there's no root drag, so that I get the maximum amount of volume through. So I'm pulling all the way up and holding the ends really tightly. I'm going to start with using the blue rollers, and I'm going to run it all the way through, pulling really tightly here until the ends are tucked around the roller. So I'm going to tuck my ends around the roller. It's really important that you do that, otherwise your ends will be frizzy. So then I'm just going to roll from point all the way to the root, and then just push that down so it's nice and tight there. If you need to tighten anything, you can just use pin curl clips and just clip that to the head. So I'm now going to take my next section, comb up again, pull that really nice and tight, put my roller in really, really tight until the ends are tucked. Tuck all my ends in. If you need to use the end of your pintail comb, just tuck those in, you can do that. Cool. Okay, right, so those four are secure. I'm just going to grab a couple of pintail clips and put them in. I put my clips in here, so this just secures everything, and I've just sectioned off the hair that I'm not going to be using. So I've just got this hair through the middle, which is following on from my parting. So next section I'm going to take here, and then again comb everything. Really tight, clean section. Comb the root so that there's no root drag, and then just remember to hold everything up. Okay, so this will allow you to get the roller in really nice and tight to the roots. So ends are going to come in here, tuck them round, then really, really tightly pull your roller down. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to keep following this down. last one is where it might tend to get a little bit tricky. So from my experience, a lot of clients have shorter hair just underneath. This is either the way it's been cut or the way that the hair's broken. So what I tend to do is, you can maybe use a smaller roller if this helps you. So just get a little bit more control over it. Make sure your ends are really tucked in, and then just really tightly, and then just squeeze on up there. Okay, and then just to secure that bottom one, I'm just going to pin those two together, just like that. Right, moving on to the sides now. So I've just sectioned down here, so just behind the ear. What I'm going to do is just section this out of my way while I do this one. Okay, so now I'm going to work diagonally coming down here. So first section. So the technique is exactly the same. We're just coming in at a slightly different angle. So this is the whole head. So we've come in from both sides of the parting all the way through to the back, and then we've got one coming down the back here, and then we've got our sides from just behind the ear coming down here, and exactly the same on the other side. So guys, what you need to remember is whatever you do one side, you need to do exactly the same on the other, so that it's very symmetrical. This will obviously make your curl even, volume even, everything, which is exactly what your client wants. So just remember, be really, really clean with your sections, even to the point of where you go down with your rollers. If you need to extra security, just pop the little grips in like this, and that will just hold everything in. So the reason I've done these red ones just on the shorter bottom around the hairline is just because my client had some shorter pieces of hair. So I've just used a slightly smaller roller, but again, I've just made sure I've done that exactly the same all the way around. So just make sure really, really clean sections, really, really tight with your tension all the way through so that everything's really even. So what I'm going to do now is leave my client, put her under the hood dryer until she dries. So it's probably going to be about 25 minutes. because she's got quite a lot of hair. So 25 minutes under the hairdryer, we'll let her dry. And then in my next video, I'm going to show you how to dress out and check if your client's hair is dry through the rollers. Cool.